Howdy y'all, it's your favorite trainer, the belt buckle. We're here with Megan. You may recognize her from her wake up and chug videos. Those suckers are going viral. She is a little bit of a better dancer than me, but we're gonna have a competition to see who wins. But we're gonna go over the bench press today. She's an intern down here in San Diego. She graduated, she's now training, and she's one of the strongest students I've ever had. And I think it's pretty neat to see the strength associated with what you're gonna see today, and she's not big and bulky. I think that everyone should be pressing and pulling and squatting and hinging. It's not just a guy or girl exercise, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna really break down the science behind the actions that are taking place at the humerus, the scapula, and the elbow. But first, we're gonna have her hit 115. This is her third warm-up set, and then we're going to go for 135. So watch how I give a spot too. Your eyes wanna be right in line with the bar, a little bit down. When she's ready, I'm gonna give her a lift off. She's gonna crush this real easy, boom. And so, because we're gonna go instead of not a PR, but we're just gonna hit 135. It's always cool to see this. So let's put you can look at, we're gonna put 135, we're gonna put the wagon wheels on as I talk about what's going on with the bench press and the action. So, you read textbooks, and what you'll find a lot of is agonist, antagonist, synergist, and so forth. And I don't like that. I think it's kind of confusing, one, but also it doesn't really teach you as the trainer what's really going on. So agonist, main mover, synergist, it helps out. But let's go a step further, and that's the challenge that we give you at Show Up Fitness, interns that come through here. You should know the 17 muscles around the shoulder, you should know 40 around the hip, and the actions as well. So when we look at the bench press, I don't say agonist. I look at the bones that are moving in the action that they're doing. So the main bones, we're gonna have our humerus, upper arm, we're gonna have our elbow, so it's gonna be our humerus and our ulna, and then we're gonna have our scapula. Scapula is gonna work with the humerus, the glenohumeral joint. We have 4 joints. So we have the humerus going through horizontal adduction. So it's gonna be coming across. So technically it'd be a transverse exercise because of the rotation of the humerus. And then when we take a look at the elbow, you're gonna have extension, which is gonna be your tricep, which we'll take a look at in a second. And then we have the scapula, that's your shoulder blade, and it's coming off the back, which is protraction. So because of these actions, the muscles that are working, horizontal adduction, you're gonna have the pec major, but primarily the sternal region, sternal, costal, and then clavicular, the middle region, upper region. So when we bench press, we're gonna be focusing more on the middle region or the sternal region. And then also you're gonna have the anterior deltoid helping out. At the elbow, pretty easy, just your tricep. You have 3 heads of the tricep. And then because the scapula is moving, this is where I get a little annoyed with a lot of textbook out there, is they kind of ignore what the scapula is doing. And there is protraction. They will tell you to lock down your scapula, but your scapula is coming off the back. And because it's coming off the back, you're gonna have the serratus anterior muscle, also have your pec minor, which is a secondary mover for the scapula. But then you're gonna have some other additional ones. So watch when she comes in and we go through the setup on this next one, when she crushes 135, feet need to be on the ground. And so when I work with people, the example, they'll ask, do I really need to have my feet on the ground? So imagine if I were to try to push Megan over like this. You're not gonna have much leverage. If I were to put my feet down, you're gonna have a lot more leverage. So you anchor your feet down into the ground, big toe, little toe. Some people even go with an arch. There's a big difference between a thoracic arch versus an anterior pelvic tilt, which is a low back arch. And so like if you have a bar like this, even one further, a thoracic arch would be me coming back. Notice how my lumbar region, 5 bones there, we have 12 in the thoracic region, it's stable. And you're gonna support your back by taking a big deep breath in. And I'm gonna give her a little tap. Some of my clients, I may give them a little harder tap, I'm not gonna beat her up. It's just nice and keep it tight. And then the glutes, so you're gonna have an anterior protection, but then when your glutes squeeze really hard, you're gonna prevent any anterior pelvic tilt. Because the glutes, show me that belt buckle, posterior tilt. They do 4 things, and the last one is gonna be a posterior tilt. So she's gonna crush this right now, Megan. You're gonna crush this, all right? So feet are gonna be down, ass is tight, core is being stable. She sets up with the position she's comfortable with. She's the lifter, so she's gonna tell me when she's ready. I'm gonna lift it off, hold it there for a second. She's gonna take a big deep breath in and get nice and strong.
Ready.
And go. Let's go. Easy work. Boom. Look at that. That was really, really easy. So we're going to do something I didn't tell her, but I'm going to show you what can happen with the eccentric. So let's put 2 10s on here, Megan. So she can't do this by herself. She could probably get a solid 2, maybe 3 with the 135. Notice the spotter is going to check both sides. But I'm going to show you the value of heavy eccentrics. So again, she's going to tell me when she's ready. I'm going to lift it off, but then she's going to control it down as much as she can, and then I'm going to lift it off for her. So whenever you're ready. Big deep breath. Good. Big deep breath. Good. Hold it, hold it. Good. Nice work. And nice job. Good. So important how I spotted. Notice how I went wide. With girls, you need to be aware they have lady parts. Guys, we don't have those. So I do see some guys when they spot, they'll come close. Just be mindful of the individual you're working with. So eccentrics cause a ton of damage, but they're really, really valuable. If you have clients that can't do push-ups, we don't believe in doing knee push-ups or girl push-ups because it's a push-up. So you get into that position, you hold your core, your glutes, you come down as a unit. The same aspect with the bench press or a pull-up. So we do more than they're capable of. And she hasn't hit 135 in how long?
I don't know, a month or longer.
Month or longer, because she doesn't have the stuff at home. So she still has that strength. If she were to train at least once a week and get some good 135 reps in, this is 165 right here. Nope, 35, 45, 55, 65, 175. She'll be able to probably, it'll be fun to see if she can get like maybe 175 one time. 185 would be badass. I've never seen anyone do that, but she crushed 135 right there. This is a little tutorial on how to bench press one, but the muscles and the actions that are taking place. If you want to become a trainer, we have in-person internships, 2 months long in La Jolla, San Diego, and then we have Los Angeles for West Hollywood, and then Santa Monica, 2 months long. We keep the classes pretty small, and then online as well. So it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're international, if you're in Europe, we will help you become a great trainer. It's a lot more than just that piece of paper. Have a great day, y'all.